What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video, I wanted to do this. I was thinking a lot about it, especially because it's almost the new year. So happy New Year's. You guys might be watching this in the new year. So if it is, happy 2019. I wanted to do a video on some healthy habits that can change your life. And this isn't only like fitness, nutrition, things like that. It's also like mental health and like self-love and self-care. That's like one of the main things that I want to be working on in the new year is myself, because I'm the type of person that has a tendency to put myself last and not take care of myself. I take care of others all before me. I've always been that very maternal, motherly instinct, and I am a mother now, and obviously Grayson comes first. But my mental health is so important. I'm trying to talk to a therapist, or I'm trying to go see a therapist finally. I'm just taking steps to really just take care of my mental health and my energy, and because I feel like energy and your mind and just like the people you surround yourself with and just like everything like that, your outlook is so important. And I think that's also a huge part of health and fitness, and it's a huge part of just health, overall health. So I wanted to give you guys my top favorite healthy habits to adopt in the new year. And again, this is just like it's a little bit of both. So let's just get started. So the first healthy habit, I have my notes on my phone if I look down, but it's to make small lifestyle changes, because small changes add up. So in regards to like health and fitness, or really just anything, I feel like it's human nature to just go all in, like very black or white. People go like either all in or they don't do it at all. You know what I mean? It's like they either go on a crash diet or they don't diet at all. So if you guys just make small changes, it adds up over time. So for example, if you want to just get healthier, start by just eating more fruits and vegetables, or start by having one healthier, like a salad a day or something in place of like fast food, or cut out soda and drink diet soda, or cut back on alcohol. Like you don't have to go cold turkey with anything, is what I'm trying to say. Or just try to increase your steps throughout the day. You don't have to go from like 0 to 10,000, but just a little bit over time, it adds up. So the second one is, I just started doing this, and it's to set goals and intentions for the day, the week, and the month. So Matthew got me into journaling, and I started journaling in the morning. I have a panda journal, I think he got me, and he has a really cool journal too, and you basically write what you're grateful for each morning, and like what you have to get done each day, and then also like for the week and for the month. So I find that this has really helped me with my mindset. It's really helped me stay more productive, and I put this is my must do today, and I try to get at least the main thing that I have to get done that day, and then again for the week, like what are the main things that I have to get done each week. And then you just set goals and intentions. It just kind of puts you off on a good note for the day, for the week, and for the month. It's just like it's kind of like how everyone does New Year's resolutions, but they don't stick to it. If you just do that daily or weekly or monthly or all of the above, it's so much easier to stick to it than just do a New Year's resolution. Like I feel like, I don't even make New Year's resolutions, because it's like I can set my goals and intentions for the day, for the week, for the month, and just take it a day at a time, or set goals and intentions for the week. And like that doesn't mean that you have to get every single thing done, and feel bad about it if you don't, but just say like, this is the most important thing, but this is what I would like to do. Do daily affirmations. I write a little affirmation like, I am independent, I will be successful, like law of attraction. I'm not super big into law of attraction, but I do strongly believe that if you believe that something's going to happen, it's a lot more likely to happen than if you don't believe it's going to happen, obviously, because you won't go for it. So the next thing is very simple. It's to drink more water. So I have started, like, I drink a ton of water, but I think a lot of people struggle with this. I keep like right now I have this, I always have some sort of shaker cup with me. We got like these huge shaker cups to bring with us everywhere, and I bring it with me everywhere. But what I also try to do is, right when I wake up, before I have my coffee, I try to drink a whole glass of water, like a whole one of these at least 3/4. And before meals, I try to drink a whole thing of water also. Matthew and I started doing that too. It just helps with digestion. Like staying hydrated is just, obviously, like we're like 70% water, so that's always a good healthy habit to make no matter what. But like carry a water bottle with you and fill it up. That's what I constantly do. Like I just feel better when I drink water, and I feel like everyone feels better when they drink water. So that's something that's super easy, but something that people neglect very often. So the next one is pretty simple too, but it's to eat more fruits and vegetables. Just because they're amazing for you. They have a ton of micronutrients, a ton of vitamins and minerals. You know, there's some days where I literally like don't eat any fruit, or like I don't eat, like I eat like one thing of vegetables and I'm like, bruh. But I feel like I heard there's this quote where it said, eat whole foods, but mostly plants. Fuck, what is the quote? I just butchered that. I feel like no matter what diet you follow or what way of eating you follow, the base of it should always be fruits and vegetables, always, because that's the most natural and healthy things that you can eat. They're delicious, and you know, there's just different ways to make them. I try to have a fruit or a vegetable with every single meal. So I pretty much never have a meal without a vegetable in it. Like if I'm making eggs, I throw in some spinach and bell peppers and mushrooms and, you know, whatever it is. I try to have a big salad every day. I think that's a pretty good habit to make too. And you can make salads delicious with the right dressing, the right ingredients. We put literally everything on our salads, like carrots, mushrooms, red onion, strawberries, grapes, feta cheese. Like you add fruit and veggies and like literally like 2 different types of lettuce. Like we put everything in our salads, and I have that once a day. And like if you're making a smoothie, add some kale or add some spinach. Like it's so easy and so healthy for you. So it's just like a super easy thing that everyone can adopt. So I completely skipped over the 5th healthy habit. But what I wanted to say was to make exercise a habit. Find something that you really love to do that keeps you active, whether it's weightlifting or cardio or hiking or, you know, anything that it is. Just make it a habit. Make it something that you do at the similar time every single day. If possible, the same time every single day. Make sure you have a program that you're following, and just don't back out of it. Once you make something a habit, it becomes a part of your daily life. So for me, going to the gym, I always go usually after my baby wakes up from his first nap, and it's just a part of my day. And make it like a meeting. Like you wouldn't miss a business meeting with your boss, and once it becomes a habit, you'll start to love it, I promise. The 6th habit is one that I actually really love, and it's more self-care. And that's what I was kind of talking about in the beginning of the video. Like I said, I'm the type of person that will just like kind of go along with whatever anyone does just to make them happy, or you know, like I'll do things like going out with people or like going somewhere, but then like I'm mentally drained and I'm mentally exhausted, and then I don't get a break, you know. Or like for example with my baby, like I try to go with the flow, but I've started doing this a lot more. Like if I'm just like, no, that I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna do that. Because, you know, for example, everyone's always like, I'm really strict with Grayson's sleeping schedule, and everyone's like, why can't you just be more flexible? And I'm like, well, you know what, because I'm the one who deals with a crazy baby if he doesn't get the right sleep, and then I'm exhausted and I'm mentally drained and I just don't feel my best, you know. Or like I feel bad like asking Matthew to watch the baby so I can get a massage, or to go to the chiropractor, you know what I mean? Like just different self-care things that I tend to neglect just because I want to put everyone else before me. So if you are like that as well, just focus on more self-care. Like just do things that you love, do things that make you happy, do things that set your soul on fire. If you just love hiking or something and you haven't gone in a while, like go do the things you love, you know. Go traveling, go, you know, if you don't have a baby, that's super easy, but you know, just focus on yourself for the new year. And it's not selfish to focus on yourself, it really isn't. So the next one, number 7, is to remove toxic people from your life. So I have dealt with this my whole life. I had a pretty good friend growing up, and she was extremely toxic. It was a really, really, really toxic relationship. It was constant like talking about other people, or like just being mad at me for no reason, and like all of these crazy stories that I don't even want to get into right now. Just really toxic and crazy stuff. And a lot of times it can be your own family members too. And I wouldn't cut out family members if they're like super, like if they're slightly toxic, you know. And toxic can mean anything. It can just mean like negative energy, or like people that just like constantly give you anxiety when you're around them, or just put you down, or like, you know, all these different things. It's okay to cut them out of your life if you can. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just can't, and I think in that case it would be best to just talk to the person and, you know, just try to make things better. And I think that's probably like, you know, a good first step. But if there's like a friend or relation, like a toxic relationship you're in, and like I said, a toxic relationship can be a friend, like, you know, anything that's like just not healthy for your mental, if like you're just not happy around that person, then bye. And I don't think that's, you know, not everyone is meant to be in your life, and, you know, maybe they were meant to be in your life for at a time, teach you a lesson, whatever it is. But if they're just not making you happy and it's just not a good relationship, then it's okay to walk away. That's what I think. Now the next one is actually very similar to the last one, but it's going to be removing your own toxic traits. So obviously no one's perfect, and a lot of the times we have our own toxic traits. Like I know for a fact I definitely have toxic traits. Everyone has toxic traits, and what I think when I say toxic, it's kind of a harsh word, but let's just say like negative traits, you know. And again, not everyone's going to be perfect. Like we're all going to have our own things that's not going to be the most positive or the best things, and like, you know, but, you know, working on that and trying to remove your own toxic traits or your own negative traits is really important, because a lot of the times, like, yeah, we have a lot of toxic relationships, or like the other people are toxic, but a lot of times we can be toxic too. And so for example, like one of my main toxic things is overthinking, and I have anxiety, so I feel like, you know, that's very common, and maybe those people with anxiety can relate to me. But it's like I kind of like I make assumptions, which I hate doing. Like I usually don't do that, but it's very easy for me to do that. I really try my best not to, but a lot of the times I will overthink, and like I feed off people's energy. So if people is like if there's someone who's like kind of not as peppy or as positive, and I think it's like me. I think there's something wrong with me, and that they don't like me, or that they hate me, or like there's something that I'm doing wrong, and then I get upset and I'm like, oh my God, like what am I doing? You know what I mean? But it's like sometimes people just aren't in a good mood, and it's not personal. Like I take a lot of things personal, which I think is just not a good habit. It's just really not, because most of the time it's the other person, you know, like they're dealing with their own stuff. And like I know for a fact that like when I'm upset, like it's just I'm dealing with my own stuff, you know, it's not anyone else's fault. It's just, I think, like I said, we all have negative traits that we can all work on. So I think like I'm gonna do this myself, like writing down the things that I don't want to do anymore in the new year. I'm gonna do that and try to work on not doing that, you know. Okay, so the next one is going to be step outside your comfort zone. I know it's a super common and simple tip, but like the best things that have ever happened in my life have been to step outside my comfort zone. I always think, what is the worst that can happen, you know? So like when I moved out of Florida, like my home state where I grew up, where I lived my whole life, I was like, oh my God, it's scary to leave the place that you know, and just you don't know what's gonna happen, and you just constantly saying what if, what if, what if. That's a negative thing that I do all the time. But then I'm like, well, at the same time, it's like, what's the worst that can happen? If I hate it, I can move back. You know, it's just, but doing things that have stepped outside my comfort zone have definitely brought me the best things that have ever come to me in my life. Are you coming down? Yeah, I was just recording something.
Can I hop in here? Can I help?
No. Hi. Little sick man. He's been asleep for 15 hours.
Feeling way better. Not 100%, but like, if I drink that
But I'm sick
water
too,
right there,
and I'm fine.
if I drink that... Okay, last night was a totally different story, alright? I felt like I was gonna die in that bed.
Oh
Like,
my God.
my body was on fire. And it was freezing at the same time.
Yeah, you were very hot actually.
Like I was...
Because every time you touched me, I was like, ah!
Yeah, see that?
Ah!
And she could withstand like 112 degrees.
Yeah. What's a healthy habit to adopt?
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, come on.
So that's what she's embarrassed about? That's what you're embarrassed about?
No, I just feel weird.
You're embarrassed about a healthy habit?
Yeah. Go. What's your number one healthy habit? You can tell them.
What's the number one healthy habit?
Wait, she's gonna die.
There's a lot of different healthy habits. Like,
yeah, no, but
the first healthy habit is just drink like a ridiculous amount of water as soon as you wake up. Like right when you wake up.
No, but it can be anything. It can be like
just drink like 3 times as much water as you currently drink, and then you'll probably have a better day. But
yeah, he thinks water cures everything.
Absolutely. But what else?
You have anxiety? Drink more water.
Healthy habit. Healthy habit. What's a healthy habit? Well,
I already said 9. I was gonna do my last one.
You know.
My last one was gonna be, ready? Never stop learning. That's a good one.
That's a habit. Okay.
Yeah, that's a healthy habit. Because a lot of people do that, like reading more books, listening to more podcasts. You do this all the time. He always listens to audiobooks, self-help books. It expands your brain. That's healthy for your brain and your mind.
Really? I thought it was unhealthy. That's crazy.
And you're not gonna give a tip?
Tip. All right. So create a bedtime routine.
Bedtime routine
can really help you fall asleep faster.
What, like melatonin?
Higher quality sleep.
Blue light blockers?
Yeah. So what I like to do is I'll wear blue light blockers for 1 to 2 hours before going to bed. Try to minimize like electronics and stuff like that. Though sometimes we do watch TV. But it's usually with my blue light blockers on. And it's not like necessarily immediately before bed. But, you know, then have a few activities that you typically do. Brush your teeth, wash your face, ready for
floss.
bed, floss, whatever. And then, yeah.
He's like, nah.
Set healthy habit. Just perfect that bedroom. Like, have it nice and cool, 65 to 69 degrees.
And a morning routine.
Black it out.
You do that too.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the input, babe.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, that is the end of the video.
Wow, that's the end of the video?
Yeah, because I've been recording for a while and this is going to die.
Really? Okay.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I want to hear your top healthy habits in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Oh, I got another healthy habit.
What?
Oh my god.
Hurry up, it's going to die. Hurry.
So this is something that I could do. But like every day, just call someone. Call someone, whether it's a family member or a friend.
You don't do that?
I said I don't.
Oh.
Every day, if you could call one person and, you know, try to make it different. Man, that is the healthiest habit of them all.
So basically work on relationships, right?
Yeah, like if you guys, if we could call one person we haven't talked to in a while, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure. You know, I'm gonna start that shit today.
Who you call?
I'm gonna start that shit today! I haven't talked to, I was thinking about my buddy Brandon. I'll call him up today.
Alright.